Next one. Michigan apple season is in full force, but behind the farmers are an entire team of agricultural experts that dedicate their time solely to studying Michigan apples. But how can we help the Michigan apple community, and how do they actually help us? We're heading to Spicer Orchards over in Livingston County to find out. Let's take a look.
This year, 30 million bushels of apples have already been produced by Michigan farmers and orchards.
So we actually have a very big crop in Michigan for the third straight year.
But who are the farmers growing our apples? And who are the ones helping them along the way?
Michigan in particular is such a big producer of fruits. We have a wide diversity of fruits that we produce here. I'm at Spicer's Orchard and Winery right now in Heartland, Michigan, and the entire Spicer family has been a big supporter of what MSU Extension does.
Derek is a Michigan State University Extension fruit educator in Southeast Michigan. He has his PhD in the subject, meaning he really knows his fruits. But he particularly loves his apples, and one of the most important things he does is makes a fruit report with them.
I write reports, and it's based on what I'm seeing in the field. So my weekly updates throughout the season always come from me literally going out into these orchards and reporting what I'm seeing.
In other words, Derek is the middleman, keeping apple growers and orchards in the loop. Because in the apple world, community is everything.
It's a collaborative effort, and what it does is it helps to keep all of our growers in the region informed about the current state of affairs, what's going on in the region, what they need to be watching out for in the field.
And one of the things all apple growers and consumers need to watch out for this year is the spotted lanternfly.
That's our main messaging, is report it to Department of Agriculture or Department of Natural Resources.
Derek speaks for the apples, and in many ways speaks with and for the community of apple farmers. But he also speaks directly with consumers like you and me, helping us take full advantage of some of the nation's best fruit.
The variety behind me is one called Ambrosia. It's one of my favorite varieties, actually. It's originally from British Columbia in Canada.
Trying flavors and varieties you never think to try, or introducing consumers to fruit they've never tried.
I mean, there are fall raspberries that you can continue to pick in the fall, and they're delicious.
Derek and the team with MSU Extension also track when and how we should take advantage of our picking season, which is turning out to be a pretty good one. But he wants consumers to know that this year's apple season came 2 weeks earlier. In other words, it's happening now.
Honeycrisp, for example, in much of the region has already been picked or is in the middle of harvest, when usually it's closer to mid-September, whereas now you are getting towards the end of that variety.
And as the season continues, Derek is excited to see what comes from it, but he's most looking forward to working with the farmers, making it all possible.
And it makes me really proud that they're still working at it, still preserving that farm heritage and keeping this land in food production, because that's really what this is all about, is feeding people and feeding people really high quality, nutritious fruit. I love that my job is different every day, and that you can use all of these fruits for different purposes. I love baking pies, I love drinking cider, really all of that together. Get to eat what I want.